Well, hello my friends. Furtado here, the Rebel Turner. Welcome back to my channel. I know I say this almost all the time, and it's going to be exciting. And how can I say any different? Because I know it's going to be exciting. I have a real treat behind me. So hopefully on this camera you can capture this a little bit better. I mean, as soon as I saw it, I thought for sure it was an animal. Well, I didn't think it was an animal. It resembled an animal. And that's debatable to what you see. You know, some people see things slightly different from others, but I see a body and the head turned sideways. You tell me what you see, and maybe you can even give me some suggestions what to do with it. That piece that's on the floor over there, now that piece you can stare at it all day long, and you're gonna come up with different ideas. So generally I trust my first instinct, and when I saw that, when I got this up, my first instinct was to make a bowl out of the center and then use the rest of the pieces for something else. But that's what I see there, is that this will give me an interesting bowl with a lot of things coming out of it, and preferably keeping it natural on the top edge. That's what I see. You know, so like I said, many of you might look at that and think different, but it doesn't matter what you make out of it. It really doesn't, and that's what I want to emphasize. You have a piece of wood, and everybody is going to look at it different. And a lot of people are going to say, well, I would have done this, or I would have done that, and it goes on and on. And none of them were wrong, but they're just not what you decided, or what I decided. So therefore, we try to make the best of our decision. But today, it's not going to be either one of these. Today, well, I figured after the find of that natural, prehistoric looking bird on a natural state wood find, that I was thinking about turning it, because I know it's an amazing piece of wood, but it's not going to be turned. But this is a wood turning channel, so therefore I have to turn something. I'm going to prep it up and put it on a bandsaw and somewhat true it up. You know, many of you say, Hal, why don't you do this, or why don't you do that, why don't you true it up? In cases like this, yes, absolutely, I should true it up, because there's no need for me to be able to, there's no need for me to put this on the lathe and have the lathe take all this bulk up. It's not going to be a natural edge, it's just going to be a round bowl, but with the crotch effect. So I'm going to take a little bit of this bulk on the outside. And I'm going to somewhat round it off a little bit. Five-eighths Carter & Son bowl gouge. going to start it off fairly slow because it's heavy on this side. It's got all the wood, the full thickness, and this one is already down. So I'm going to start this off probably around 400 or 500 RPM. That's 470 RPM right there. Plenty of speed. Yorkshire grit. Let's see what we got on this wood grain and the overall of my finish. Time to take it off the chuck, flip it over, and finish off the bottom. And that's actually fairly close. Bowl gouge, get some nice clean cuts in here, and finish. Get some 80 grit sandpaper on my sander. On my drill, and sand the bottom, stamp it, buff it, and that will be done. well, here it is. It's done. Nice finish all the way around. And I left the inclusions over there. This was a crotch split this way, basically. Believe it's to be sycamore. The wood grain is telling me that it's sycamore. But just because it's a bowl does not mean that it has to end up with sharp edges. On this case, I decided to curl it over and get in there and undermine. So the thickness is fairly thin all the way through. On the return and everything else. Well, here's today's turning. A sycamore round over bowl. Thanks for watching. We'll see you very soon.